What's up, gatherers? It's Kelly the Flicker Guy. It's been a while, but they're sick of layers. How's it going, gatherers? Here we are with the grand finale, 20 ways to win Secret Lair Commander deck. We're gonna open this bad boy up and check it out. So, again, this is courtesy of Anthony. This is a very interesting deck in my opinion. I think it's one of the weaker Secret Lair Commander decks that they put out, but one of the most interesting as well. So we're gonna really get into this and check it out and see what they have to offer. Let's see here. Nice packaging, to say the least. Got a thank you card for being a part of Secret Lair. And then on the back side, it actually has a checklist with 20 ways to master them all. So that's pretty dope. If you want to try to make that an achievement list, you can go through that while you're playing and check them off as you go. The library is closed when last opponent attempts to draw from an empty library. Yeah. So that's the whole thing. If y'all wanted to pause that and take a look at it. Here we go. 20 ways to win. The front, the back, the side, the other side. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Secret Lair Commander deck. All right, let's see what's all up in here. Got some little stuff to keep things from moving. Oh, and so this is one of the cool pieces here. It got a little counter. It's a little shiny foily counter. Life counter there. So that's pretty cool. A little nice little additional piece. And then we have this little poster. Okay. Let's see if we can. Okay, yeah, small enough to get on camera. So yeah, it's a shrine poster. Cool little addition with the Tanuki image on there. So yep, that's cool. And then now to the cards, what we all came for, right? So let's take a look. I'm not gonna spend all day on this. You know, the deck list is online if y'all want to see the full deck list. We're just gonna kind of go through and look at some of these unique looking cards with the new art. And the Goshentai of Life Shrine is your lead commander here. For 3 and a green. Legendary enchantment creature shrine. It's Ruberg and tap. Return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Whenever Goshentai of Life Origins or another non-token shrine you control enters, create a 1/1 colorless shrine enchantment creature token. Now, what I'm hearing is that this deck doesn't dedicate itself to shrines, which is kind of bizarre that you'd have this commander and not have more shrines. But let's see. And this is the little hard I mean, you can play it as your commander or whatever, but it's not your regular card if you want it for representation or whatnot. This is the actual foil card of it here. So all the new cards are in foil, which is nice. It looks beautiful. We'll put him there, and then we have the other special Tanuki art, which is Approach of the Second Sun, 6 and a white. Sorcery, if this spell was cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, you win the game. Otherwise, put this spell into its owner's library 7 from the top and you gain 7 life. Coming back for seconds is always a winning move. So you see that Tanuki trying to get his second breakfast, as they say. So yeah, pretty cool, nice, beautiful art. Second Son used to be a beast of a card back in the days. Then we have Felidar Sovereign, 4 and 2 white. This is an oldie, but a goodie. Is a cat beast. He's a 4/6 with vigilance and lifelink. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. When the mighty king snickers, victory is close at hand. So yeah, some interesting art. I do prefer the original art, but this is an interesting little art, especially if you're going with this little random Tanuki cat theme thing going on here. So it looks pretty dope. But yeah. Then we have Happily Ever After, 2 and a white enchantment. When this enchantment enters, each player gains 5 life and draws a card at the beginning of your upkeep. If there are 5 or more colors, 5 colors among permanents you control, there are 6 or more card types among permanents you control and or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game. This one is almost impossible to do, so I'll let y'all figure that one out if you try to do that kind of win. Then we have Triska Decaphile. 1 and a blue. Look at that crazy art. Human Wizard. You have no maximum hand size. These are 1/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. 3 and a blue, draw a card. 13 aces, read them and weep. And you would think this 13 card in your hand thing wouldn't be that hard, but it's tough. It is tough to get 13 cards sitting in your hand at the beginning of your upkeep. It's crazy. But yeah, that's that card. Then we have Rest and Revel in Riches. 4 and a black enchantment. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, create a treasure token at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 10 or more treasures, you win the game. I can prove I won fair and square. I have the receipt. Love this art on this one. It looks really cool. They got that chilling wolf, coyote, raccoon thing. I think it is a raccoon. You can see his tail back there, but he is laid back and he like, yeah, I got receipts. So that's pretty cool. This is probably one of the easier wins to get. I've seen several Reveling with Riches wins, so that's the easy one to go with. Then we have Helix Pinnacle. It's green. It's an enchantment. It has Shroud, which means nobody's touching that. Pay X. Put X tower counters on this enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 100 or more tower counters on this enchantment, you win the game. He claimed he could beat the buffet, and then he did. Look at that. So he said, I'm ready to eat. So if you can get infinite mana or a whole bunch of mana, this is a good one to pull off on a win, and nobody can really remove it. It's super hard to remove. All right, and then we have Simic Ascendancy. Now this is your Simic enchantment. Now this one I'm pretty sure people have seen around. The art looks really cool. Nice little cartoon there. This magical squirrel getting bigger. There's one in Simic. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever 1 or more +1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on this enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this enchantment has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. There you go. A lot of enchantments, though. They just didn't have a lot of shrines. It's kind of weird. Soul Ring with the Tanuki coin. It's an artifact. Tap for 2 colorless. Bound within this golden ring is the arcane power to purchase tasty treats. Yay. So that's a cute one. Mazes Inn. Now this is a nice little backdoor win. It's a land. This land enters tapped. Tap for colorless. Pay 3. Tap it. Return this land to its owner's hand. Search a library for a gate card. Put it on the battlefield. Then shuffle. If you control 10 or more gates with different names, you win the game. So I'm assuming we have a lot of tapped gate lands up in this deck to help give you that win. So also, if you're looking for somebody to help you get gate wins, I forgot her name. It's a Simic commander from the commander deck that turns lands into everything lands. So yeah, just look her up. And now we're going to the non-foil cards. We got Monologue Tax, Pariah, which is a good one if you haven't seen this one. I'm not gonna go through and read every single card. I'm just gonna kind of show them off here or whatnot. But Pariah is a really good one. That's some new art there too, so it's pretty good. Test of Endurance is another one. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 50 or more life, you win the game. Mechanized Production, that's a good one. When I use that one to win with my Obika deck. Mystic Remora, that's always a win with the cumulative upkeep, but nobody's gonna pay, so they're gonna always feature fish if you can get that thing out early game. Ghoulish Impetus, it's pretty dope. Liliana's Contract. Now this one, for as much as you want to try to get this to win, it never wins. And it's like, all I need 4 demons with different names, but it never works out. I don't know what it is. It's always removal. Mariel's Aria. It's really cool. It's an interesting card. I haven't seen that one in a while. Ariok Champion. She's a good one. People be surprised by that protection for black and red really works in that life game. She's a soul sister pretty much. Even though she's not a soul sister, but she is a soul sister. Austere Command is your typical all-around board wipe. Clever Concealment. Now that is a card that's nice to kind of see reprinted in a deck. Clever Concealment was released in a commander deck. I think one of the Boros commander decks from was it from Thunder Junction, I think. or no, Karlov Manor. It was from that set. Has convoke any number of target non-land permanents you control phase out. So it's like a pseudo Teferi's protection. It just doesn't protect your life, but it does protect your permanents. And then my baby girl, the Eternal Wanderer. Y'all already know how I feel about her. I don't think I need to say anymore. I just need to drop her video that's exclusively about her. Other than that, that's all I gotta do. Cause we love the Wanderer. She is a board wipe on a stick, and she's a flicker component right after that. So yeah, she is lit, and she can create a body to protect her. Halo Fountain, that's just your overall let me win this game card. If you got tokens, this comes in handy for that, and you can make white. Alrighty, then we have Heliod Sun Crown. This can go infinite in so many different ways with different cards. So yeah, if you don't have one of these guys, you should definitely get you one. Heliod's Intervention. This is a really good card. A lot of people don't play it. I have a friend who plays Maurice. Yeah, he plays this, and yeah, blows up a lot of enchantments and artifacts when you don't expect it. It's very versatile. It comes in handy. People sleep on it. Mangara the Diplomat, really good card. Just get a little card draw on white. We need it. And Shalai, Voice of Plenty. You already know. Anthony has this as a commander in his deck, and it is annoying. It protects. It has hexproof. If you can get this thing Shroud of hexproof, then you pretty much have protection from everything. So, but she's really good. So Shalai, we love her. Sun Scorched Regent, pretty cool card. Sun Titan, we already know what he does. Everybody plays this guy. Get stuff from your library. I mean, from your graveyard. There you go. Tragic Arrogance. This is a great board wipe to just leave yourself with a few choice things and to eliminate everybody else's things as they get ahead of you. Great card. Great board wipe. Drown in Dreams. Let's draw there. Write a Replication. So now this is something you probably can use for the Astral Ghost and Tie if you want to get more shrines, or to make copies of other things that you can try to get the wins off of. So pretty cool. 20-toed Toad. Now this is one of the newer cards from Bloomborough. It's a really interesting card because it raises your maximum hand size, and I would love to see somebody get a win with this one. Just getting +1 counters on it. If you end up with 20 after he attacks, then it kind of gives you the win. It's pretty dope. Yahini, Undying Partisan. He's just a sack outlet as well as a way to have a indestructible creature. Hellkite Tyrant. He's of old. He gets some treasures and you win. You take stuff from other people. So yeah, that's an old one. And Torian Mauler, that's just an old changeling. He could be anything, so he can't count as a shrine for you. I think no, I don't think he can. I don't know. I'd have looked into that one or whatever, because shrine isn't a creature type. I don't think so. I don't think he works for that. So why is he in here? I don't know. But yeah, it's a good card. Arga of Autumn. She's a good one. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Just a man hanging out trying to get a suntan. Good card. Forgotten Ancient. Just moving some +1 counters. Sanctum Weaver. If you're playing enchantments, this is like a must-have because that's just free mana. Seaborn Muse. Get your untapped lands untapped and your creatures and everything else untapped. So good card. Tireless Tracker, we see him everywhere. We know he's a good card. Eerie Ultimatum. This is one you don't see often. Return any number of permanent cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. And Commander, that's pretty much everything in your graveyard. So yeah, it's a nice ender. Fayborough Elder. I mean, if you're in 5 colors, this is great to have because it taps for different mana. Kynios and Tiro of Meletis. This is one of those older cards from old precons. Hasn't really seen a reprint, I don't think. but yeah, it's a pretty good hugs deck or whatnot. So if you want to do group hug, so this probably just helps get some heat off your back. Sphinx's Revelation, just some draw and gain life. Supreme Verdict is an uncounterable board wipe. Chromatic Lantern, just to get your lands back to typing for anything. Hangerback Walker, that's just your combo ender if you can make a bunch of mana. So yeah, I mean, It's a great card. You win by just shooting people. So yeah. Mask with Nexus, you can turn everything into some set of creature on here, but I still don't think it can be shrines. So again, I say, what is this card for? And then we're gonna get up to some lands. So yeah, Baldur's Gate, Promenade, Bountiful Promenade, Brushland, Exotic Orchard, Homeward Path. Each player gains control of all creatures they own. So that's a oldie but a goodie. Overgrown Farmland. I don't see any gates in here. Plaza Harmony, Razorverse Thicket, Reflecting Pool, which is a good one. Wooden Bastion, the World Tree. A lot of people missed out on this one from Callahan. So yeah, this is a good card, good way to kind of act as a what do you call it? Chromatic lantern. With your lands, and it has, if you do have gods, I guess this is where the shapeshifter comes in. With the Mask with Nexus, it would turn all your creatures, technically all your creatures would be gods, so you can actually ult this bad boy and get all your creatures onto the battlefield, which should give you a win. Going back to a few of the creatures and enchantments, we have the Darksteel Mutation. This is some little defensive stuff. Ghostly Prison, keep people from punching you. Shining Impetus with the gold. Fertile Ground for your lands. Lignify. What is it? Enchant creatures at tree folk with base power and toughness 0/4 and lose all abilities. Okay, another defensive card. Trace of Abundance. And it gives your land Shroud. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of any color. So I guess if you want to protect one of your lands. Alseed of Life's Bounty. Like, this seems like with so many enchantments and not being shrines, you would think this is probably like a enchantress type deck or whatnot. So kind of weird there with that whole thing. Krill Swap. This is all defensive stuff. Soul's Attendant. That's your soul sister. She's there, gorgeous, gaining you life. Look at her go. Morbid Opportunist. Just a sideways card draw for stuff dying. Circuitous Route. This is a way to get gates and basically lands into the field. Biovisionary at the beginning of the end step. If you control 4 more creatures than Biovisionary, you win the game. So this is where those that reflecting, other not reflecting pool, but Rite of Replication, and maybe next with Mask. I can't Maskwood of Nexus Maskwood, whatever. That card doesn't work for this, but making you clones, that comes in handy. Arcane Signet. Why didn't they give cool art for the Arcane Signet, but they did it for the Soul Ring? Lightning Greaves, and then here go our gates. Azorius Gate, Black Dragon Gate, Boros Gate. Yeah, these are all your gates here. I ain't even gotta read them all out. They're gates, help you win the commander deck. The command zone or command tower. Command zone. Darksteel Citadel, Demir Guild Gate, Forbidden Orchard. That's a good one. Gateway Plaza. So yeah, all the gates. You gonna win with gates. Yeah. So it's not bad. I have made a deck with gates, and they're not bad at all. So you can do it. It's just the only bad part is stuff comes in tapped, and without like having a creature that makes your stuff come in untapped, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So that probably be the one downside to this. And then you got 2 basics. That's crazy, no bases. And then we have just very few bases in the deck. That's kind of weird. You can get locked down by a Blood Moon or something. It's gonna hurt. But now this is the candy on the cake, which is the shrine. Because I don't know if you remember when Goshen Tide came out, there was a lack of shrine tokens, so people didn't have them. So people were paying overwhelmingly expensive prices for a regular shrine, and this looks way better, and it's in foil. So shrine tokens, and it comes with 2 of them, one for the taps, one for the stand up tall. Then you have a spirit token, which is cool, has a shapeshifter on the back. Also shapeshifter, you have a Thopter, that's the Kamigawa Thopter. Has a copy on the back. Is that the same? Yep, same there. Then we have a treasure token, Kamigawa treasure, because Goshen Tai is from Kamigawa. Citizen and a shapeshifter token. Cute shapeshifter halfling there. And then your girl had to have her samurai, that double strike samurai. This great art, by the way. Love it. She has a shapeshifter on the back. This one also, no, this one has a clue on the back. You have the spirit with a clue on the back, and then the secret card is Enduring Ideal. Look at that shiny eye, the googly eyes. He's 5 and 2 white. It's a sorcery. Search your library for an enchantment card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. And it's epic. And what epic means is when you cast this, you can no longer cast spells for the rest of the game. But each turn, this will play itself. And you'll basically get an enchantment each turn to go into the field. I'm not cheating. I'm just adding new rules, and that's what it says. So, it's super interesting if you did use this epic spell. I think epic spell was part of the original Kamigawa block or somewhere around that time. But each color had its own card that had epic on it that would do something extraordinary. But once you played it, you couldn't play anything else. It was like your final, desperation move in a sense. But it automatically casts those spells. So I mean, you could do a lot with enchantments, because if you're playing this and almost half the deck is pretty much enchantments. So you can pull out stuff like the ghostly prison to keep people from attacking you, bringing out things that protect you, as well as have some attackers to go to your wins. So it could be cool if you can keep the other people off the board. So if you can imagine board wiping like heavy, blowing up all artifacts, enchantments, and creatures, then playing something like this, you pretty much have free reign to kind of get ahead of everybody or whatnot. So just something to throw out there or whatever. If you wanted to go that route and put this in the deck, I'm pretty sure there's an achievement for this one that they secretly had hidden there. So yeah. And that's your specialness there, guys. That's the secret lair. I went over all of them. We took a look at all the cards. Go Shintai. I would definitely recommend, if you are going to build this deck, probably maybe take out some of those weird win cards and focus a little bit more on shrines, because that's going to be a commander. You want to be able to take advantage of those 1/1s you get for the shrines. So I would definitely say at least another 5 or 6 shrines at the very least to put in there. And yeah, just kind of haul up your defenses, maybe change out some of those gates and stuff, unless you put in some creatures that are actually going to be able to grab these gates a little bit more regularly. But other than that, I mean, the deck is kind of cool. It's a little clunky, but if you really want a cool theme deck and you want to try to win in every way, this is kind of fun. So don't let me be a hater. If you like it, try it out. I mean, I would never have a problem sitting at the table with it and playing it. It'd be cool. I'll power down my deck a little bit that I'm using, and we watch it go to work. So, but guys, other than that, check it out. Keep an eye on Secret Lair if they got any other stuff coming in the future. I do like when they do these commander decks. I just wish they control the price a little bit, because it seems like they're getting a little bit more expensive every time they do a new commander deck Secret Lair. So, but other than that, guys, the Gathering is in the black, and we're gonna be rocking out in the next month, in the next few weeks, and we're gonna have some videos dropping. Check out all of these Secret Lair drops. I'm gonna have some gameplay coming up. We're gonna have this podcast dropping. Yeah, we got some plans for this year, for 2025. I'm glad that y'all can stick with me, come in, and we can see what we can do. I'm excited. Hope y'all are too. And yeah, other than that, the Gathering is in the black. See y'all next time.